Welcome to Nature Therapy Online. Hello folks, and welcome to episode 18 of Nature Therapy Online. Now, I'm outdoors and you can probably hear some interesting sounds. The footsteps you can hear are my dog Euro. You can probably hear the running water in the background of the River South Esk, next to where I live in Temple in Midlothian, Scotland. And I'm in this place that is completely wild right now. And it's interesting, it's just a small distance from the village itself. And you step down into the valley behind the houses, behind the cottages, and there's no path here, just fern and moss and a river, no people. The autumn leaves have just completely carpeted this entire place. And right now, obviously, here in Scotland, it's autumn, so the colours are just amazing. Oranges and yellows and reds, and the wind's just moving against the trees lightly. There's also a lot of dead trees here as well. I'm kind of in this little area surrounded by, I don't know what kind of trees they are. I think they might be birch trees that have long since died. They look very, very creepy. So it's an interesting mix of beauty and death and green. And the reason that I've come here is for the river. I'm slowly walking now through the last of the dead trees, and you'll hear me getting closer and closer to the river. Because it occurred to me that since we've been doing this podcast, I haven't really done any episodes on water and the many ways in which we can experience water and the way we feel when we're around water, whether that's rivers or the sea, even ponds and lakes or man-made reservoirs or lochs. I mean, that expression man-made is a bit of a phony one, I think, if you ask me, because we can shape and fashion where the water sits, but we don't create the water itself, and the water is the magical part, the mysterious part, the part that we need as humans to survive, so I'm walking over now, and as you can hear, the current is really strong. I'm stood up by some huge beech trees that are hanging over a little cliff. It's only a short distance down, but the river just underneath me is gushing quite wildly. I want to just invite you for a moment to just listen to that sound. Just try your best to tune in to the sound of this water on the podcast and tune out to wherever it is that you are, wherever your head is at right now. And let's just experience the sound of this water together, across time, across places. I'm going to take a little stroll, and I want you to just relax, keep taking some deep breaths, just pay attention to your breath, maybe the sound of me and Euro, our little footsteps. I've always got a stick as I'm walking down a little opening that will take me down over this beautiful carpet of colourful leaves. You can't see any earth at the moment, only leaves. And I'm taking you closer to the water. And when I'm at the water, I'm going to be silent for maybe a whole minute. And I'm going to invite you to just be with this sound. With this sound for the next whole minute. I'm walking away now, and I'm just pondering how the sound of this particular river might have affected you compared to, say, if I'd have taken you to a slow, gentle stream. How might that have felt instead? Or if we were at the sea and the waves were coming in, how the salt water lapping up against the sand or the stones, how that would have felt. I think for me, one of the most amazing things to reflect on, and something I would invite you to reflect on next time you spend your time around water, is that's really simple nugget of information from evolution, that we came from there. It's just incredible to think of it, isn't it? We crawled out of the sea. How life began there, how we began there, and it's of no surprise at all that we just feel so calm when we're by water. And it's one of the places that we can let go of our thoughts and let go of our stresses and let go of our worries and just be. Much easier than in a lot of other places. You know, apparently people who live near water are the happiest. And I heard that people who live next to the sea in particular are amongst the happiest humans on earth. And that makes sense, doesn't it? It's where we originated from, and it's where we came from, and there's something deep in our system that just feels so right when we're near our original home. I want you to, this week, take a trip somewhere where there's water, and you won't have to look too hard. It doesn't have to be a big river. You know, obviously if you're lucky enough to live near the sea, then that would be an amazing trip to make. But anywhere, if you live near a river, a little tiny stream, even a pond, try your best to seek out a place of water. And of course there's water everywhere. There's water in the clouds and in the atmosphere, but small body of water, or a pool even of water, somewhere where you can sit and see it in mass and see and smell it and hear it and be with it. And I want you to, when you're there, just try a little grounding exercise like the one that Alistair talked us through in last week's episode, where you just close your eyes for a moment and you just spend a good 30 seconds or so focusing on all of your senses. But do this specifically next to water. See how you feel. Just tune into what you can hear. Sound of the water, even if it's still, any little movements. Breathe in deeply, see how it smells, if there's any scent. How is the atmosphere near the water? How does your skin feel? And then finally open your eyes and just look at it with fresh eyes. Look at it as if you'd never seen water before and see how you feel. Okay, folks, that's me for this episode. I want to thank you for tuning in once again. And as always, I would love to hear from you. If you'd be kind enough to leave a little review or a rating on whatever place or app you listen to your podcasts on, that would be really lovely. Or feel free to email me, leave comments on the website. I love hearing from people. It really helps me to know that people are tuning in and listening, so it's helpful to other people to find it, and it's also helpful and encouraging for me, you know, because I love doing this, but I love even more knowing that, you know, it's actually reaching people and helping in some way. And if you are interested in doing a nature therapy course, I run plenty of those online at naturecourses.info. I hope you have a lovely week and take care of yourselves. Enjoy nature, enjoy life. Bye bye. Visit me online at naturetherapyonline.net.